Welcome everybody, I'm Killzone, and this fucking movie, ooh, this movie was fucking great. So, when it came to this movie, when it first originally was announced, I was like super fucking excited. I was like, okay, they're gonna do Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, and I was like, hell fucking yeah, I'll fucking watch that shit. And, I was really excited about it. I'm a huge Sonic fan. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I've played every single game, but I've played a good majority of them. I've always loved Sonic since I was a kid. I was one of those kids that was one of those weird-looking kids at the fucking recess who would run with his arms behind his back, and whenever we would play, like, pretend, and we would all play as superheroes, I'd always choose Sonic, my friends would choose Shadow, Silver, and so on and so forth. I have loved Sonic since I was, like, 4 or 5. Like, just have. Hell, even when I was younger, I loved Sonic 06, and people who know, like, the fucking dark shit about Sonic, they know that's a huge thing. I still stand by, in terms of, like, Shadow the Hedgehog storytelling, that game is probably up there as one of the best up there with Adventure 2. My personal opinion. And I actually love Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game, as well. I love that spin-off, and I really, really do dig it. But either way, back to the movie. So when originally this movie was announced and I showed the trailer, I saw this Sonic the Hedgehog that looked like a fucking boy. It looked like a human. It looked like me if you put me in fur makeup, and I didn't like it. I didn't. I was one of those people on the internet that was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't post about it, but I was definitely like, what the fuck is this? And eventually they fixed it, which is great. So eventually we got the movie. Sonic looks a lot better. Cool. The movie comes out. Movie, honestly, is great. But before I get into the great things, there are some flaws that really bugged me about this film. For starters, one, product placement in this film was so egregious at times. Like, it felt like everything stopped to a screeching halt for some of this product placement. If I'm not mistaken, there was a moment where the main human cop guy, he ended up, I'm gonna call him Cyclops because that's how I found out about him as an actor, and from Hop, but I'm gonna mostly say Cyclops. So Cyclops, the main cop guy, he ends up saying that he's gotta go to, I think it was Los Angeles, to basically become a cop over there. And they end up looking for hotels. So they go to, I believe it was hotels.com, and they spend like a few seconds showing you the web page about the hotels that are on there, and I think they said something like, oh, there's some really great deals on hotels.com. And it's like, or not hotels, apartments.com, whatever the fuck it is. And I'm just sitting here like, okay. Then we get into Olive Garden. Whew. The Olive Garden thing was so in your face, you couldn't miss it. It felt like the film came to a screeching halt every single time Olive Garden came onto the fucking screen. And they came onto the screen 3 times that I can remember off the top of my head. One time they're like, oh yeah, Olive Garden is such a great place to go. Yeah, it's great for the whole family, because when you go there and you eat there, you're family too. And it's like, dude, you could literally take this part of the film out and put it as an ad, and people would believe it's an ad. Like, it just feels like a fucking ad. And that's not like organic product placement, which probably means that Olive Garden paid them a lot of fucking money. That's just kind of how product placement works, but they do it a lot. Like, for instance, when the characters save the day, what the government does to keep them hush-hush is they give them an Olive Garden gift card, and they talk for about a minute or two about how great their food products are there, and they're just sitting there like, yeah, you're right, their food products are pretty good, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, God, please shut the fuck up. And then, what they decided to do was, and I've never really been a fan of these kinds of jokes, they had fart jokes in the film, they had one. And I've never been a fan of fart jokes. And I get what they were trying to go for with, oh, this fart joke is funny because it references chili dogs, which is, something that Sonic ate in, like, Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic Sat AM and, the Archie comics. And Sonic Generations. Oh, he's known for eating chili dogs and those, certain things. So we gotta reference it, of course. You could have done that in any way. You could have easily gone to the bar and they're like, I don't know what to eat. Like, Sonic's hungry. He's like, I'm really hungry. And he's like, oh, what are you used to eating? And he's like, honestly, just scrappings. And he's like, well, we'll get you a genuine meal. And they look at the thing and he's like, I don't know what to eat. And they ask the waiter, what do you think the little boy should eat? And they say, oh, well, we got a chili dog. A lot of kids tend to like it. And he's like, yeah, I'll try that. And then he tries it and he's like super in love. He's like, I need more. And he just eats a whole bunch. You could have done it like that. It just had like a little cute scene where the Cyclops cop is just sitting there like, oh, that's kind of funny and kind of adorable. Kind of moment, instead of having, oh yeah, had a chili dog. It's like, what the fuck is this? It's just so stupid. And it honestly brought their characters closer in line with, like, being even closer friends or having a father-son relationship. I don't know what the fuck they were going for in this film. I'm assuming friends, but the ending kind of is a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, you could have gone for something like that, and I think it would have brought their bond a little closer, been like, oh, they're getting closer over a meal. Cool, could have done that. They didn't, but whatever. Now, on to the good things of this film. One, I love how they brought in the Quicksilver scenes from X-Men. They blatantly copied those scenes, which is understandable for a speedster now, because now, ever since Quicksilver perfected the speed scenes, Flash from Justice League copied it, Sonic copied it, I think some other movies with regular people copied it, I can't remember. But, like, obviously you're gonna copy it because that was such a great scene. And Sonic copies it, which I have no problem with. I have absolutely no problem with. And, you know, it's a really nice scene. I think it happens twice. 2 or 3 times, I think, something like that. And it's really nice. I also like how they integrate the warp rings, because in the games, the rings that they use in this movie, yeah, like, there's 2 different kinds of rings in Sonic games. One is regular rings that he collects and doesn't really seem to do anything with. Eventually, they became more important. Like, the more rings you collected, the faster you could go would boost. But originally, there wasn't really anything to it rather than getting an extra life. In this one, they're just all warp rings, which I have no problem with. Warp rings in the original Sonic games, where it was a 2D side-scroller, those games, whenever you saw a warp ring that was big, it would teleport you to a different dimension where you could fight for a Chaos Emerald. And it's like, okay, cool. So basically, Sonic is part Doctor Strange in this film. He could just make portals with his rings. And it's like, okay, it works. I dig it. You know, it's alright. In terms of how they characterized Sonic, I loved it. I loved how Sonic was, like, super energetic, talking fast all the time. You felt like he would never want to slow down. And I felt like that really was a really good way to handle Sonic, because you could have gone many different ways, but I think, like, the idea that he's a kid talking like, brr, brr, and people were having to say, slow down, it's kind of nice. I kind of dig it, you know? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little mixed on how they handled Eggman. What I was hoping, personally, was that they were gonna go more of the Dr. Robotnik route, right? Now, yeah, I get that his name in the movie is Dr. Robotnik. Have no issue with that. I was hoping more of classic Dr. Robotnik, like Sad AM. Like, he's a sadistic, cynical bastard, which I would have loved. They kind of went more for Sonic X, dubbed by 4Kids, which, to be fair, I do like that. I do like Pollock's voice for Sonic X as well. It's just, I kind of wanted the evil, dark Dr. Robotnik. Like, he made some dark jokes. There was some really dark humor from him. Do not get me wrong. There was some dark humor. Like, at one point he says, can you guys please get away? I need to put ice on the body while it's still fresh. Like, because he thinks he killed Sonic. Like, there's some pretty dark jokes by him, but I was hoping for a Sad AM, like, dark, I'm gonna rule the world kind of vibe. Didn't really get that. So I'm not really entirely disappointed, because I do like what Jim Carrey did, but I was just hoping for a Sad AM Robotnik. But to get a Sonic X Dr. Eggman, I don't mind it. Now, how they handled the Dr. Eggman name, also really liked it. They went the adventure route, the Sonic Adventure games, where basically, in the Sonic Adventure games, if you guys don't know, Dr. Eggman is really named Dr. Robotnik. That's his name. Sonic, however, since he's a kid, makes fun of him and says, oh yeah, sure, Dr. Eggman, and he does it just to kind of piss him off. And I kind of like that they kept that kind of vibe in this movie, and I really liked it. I was like, alright, I can get behind this, you know? It's alright, it's pretty chill. But, yeah, so I like that. I like the bond between Sonic and the police officer. I think it's really chill. I think it's really nice. Yeah, I digged everything, really. Hell, even the little parts where Sonic was with the cop at his, I believe it was his sister-in-law's place. I'm trying to remember it correctly. His sister-in-law's place. I really liked that scene, even though the sister-in-law, for no reason, hates the cop. Like, we're not given any reason as to why she hates the cop. She just does for comedy's sake. And so it's like, okay, whatever, she hates the cop. I still like that scene. And I do actually like the scene where Sonic officially gets his shoes from the little girl. I liked it. There's a lot of cute scenes in this film. I really do. And there's a lot of heart to it too, which is really weird. I never expected a Sonic movie to have this much heart. Like if you would have asked me, hey, do you think that a Sonic movie could have heart in it? Yeah, probably. But I wasn't thinking it was going to have it to this level where Sonic basically has depression at the beginning of the film. Because not only did he get his guardian killed, but he's also like lonely, depressed. He only is by himself. He has to be in hiding because people will want to hunt his power. And it's like, okay, there's a lot of heart. It pulls on your heartstrings for a little bit. And when Sonic finally gets what he's been craving for the entire film, it feels earned. It feels deserved because he's been running his entire life. And now when he finally decides, I'm not going to run anymore, I'm going to run towards these issues head on rather than running from them to protect those that I love, he does it. And this time, you know, he does it to protect his cop friend and protect the locals, and he does it and defeats Eggman. It was nice. I liked the film. It's really chill. I know I've been jumping around a lot in this, you know, let's talk about, but, you know, there's a lot of random things to talk about in this film, but it's really nice. I like it. I really do like the film. I like the buddy cop, you know, dynamic between Sonic and the cop. Like, although the ending's a little weird because I'm not sure how they see each other. I'm not sure if the cop looks at Sonic like if he's their son or if he's their pet or their roommate or their friend. Like, I'm not really sure because they give him the attic in their house as a room to stay. So I'm not sure how they see him as or how he sees them as. That was a little weird. Maybe they'll word it better in the second film. I don't know. But yeah, then the ending where Tails came in, that made me so fucking happy. Oh my god. Now, full transparency, Tails has never been one of my favorite characters. Tails has been like in the top 10, but he's never been one of my favorite characters genuinely. Like, I've just not really been all that interested in him. Like, I like the idea of Sonic having like a younger brother. I do dig that. And I do dig how they work together in fights. Like, that's really chill. I think my favorite version of Tails is the Sonic X version, because that one, while he was like a little kid, he also would come in and whoop your fucking ass with a fucking jet that would mow you down with machine guns. Shit's fucking lit. I don't know which one they're gonna go, which kind of vibe they're gonna go for this Tails. Hopefully it's, you know, a badass version. But honestly, like, I really like the film. I love the end credit scene showing Tails because that means we're getting more of the characters of Sonic. I'm hoping we get Knuckles, and I'm hoping, honestly, eventually we get Shadow, and we get to see Sonic and Shadow fight and see how they act with each other. Because honestly, if I had to choose 3 characters that I really want to see in, like, the Sonic movie, it would have to be Shadow, Knuckles, and Sally. I know they're never going to do Sally. I know. Let a boy dream. But I would love Sally. I've always loved the character of Sally since Sad I Am. But I know they're not going to do it. They'll probably just bring in Amy because everyone knows who Amy is. But either way, Tails is pretty nice too, so I'll take him. I'll take him. You know, it'll be chill to see. But yeah, so with that, guys, brings one video to close. Don't forget to like this video. Don't share this wonderful video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Unlockable Stories for more vlog type shit like this. And yeah, so with that, guys, brings this one video to close. I'm Killzomzone, and I'm out for now. Peace.